So, good morning, everybody. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. So, a warm welcome to all of you on day 3. So, in the first session, we won't be discussing any technical aspects of blockchain and all. So, we'll think something out of box, out of blockchain. So, something about life experience, knowledge. Okay. What are the experience? How we struggle actually in life? What are our goals? How to achieve goals? Okay. So today we have with us Professor Sanjay Kumar. I welcome Professor Sanjay Kumar from BIT Mr. Devgar Center. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you so much.
So, I request Professor Sanjay Kumar to start the proceedings for today's session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. And very good morning to everybody. I just want to listen one or two voice from your side. Very good morning to everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Good
sir.
morning. Good morning. See,
Good
let us
morning,
Good morning, sir.
good morning. See, let us understand the topic which we had transmitted to you before was experience the power within. But on the screen, the topic in front of you is knowing the self. I realize that this topic is going to justify more than the previous name of the topic, and this. Okay, so this is the topic today. See, looking at this, you might have guessed.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
please.
स्क्रीन आपकी थोड़ी राइट साइड शिफ्ट हो गई है.
अच्छा,
पूरी
यहाँ
टेक्स्ट नहीं दिख रही है.
अच्छा यहाँ पे तो बिल्कुल ठीक दिखाई दे रहा है.
क्षमा थोड़ा देखो.
हाँ, क्योंकि यहाँ पे स्क्रीन बिल्कुल सेंटर में है हमारे पास.
सर थोड़ा जूम आउट करिए आप.
जूम आउट करें इसको. अभी देखिए.
नहीं सर, अभी भी एक ही साइड है.
अच्छा, ऐसा कैसे हो गया? मेरे स्क्रीन पे तो बिल्कुल ठीक दिखाई दे रहा है. और अच्छा, अभी अभी भी एक साइड है. अभी तो पूरा
वो लेफ्ट साइड से पूरी ब्लैंक आ रही है हमें.
अभी ठीक है सर. इसमें इसको फुल स्क्रीन करके देखते हैं.
हाँ, फुल स्क्रीन किया.
अभी भी राइट साइड में थोड़ी कट गई है.
वो लेफ्ट साइड से भागी हुई है फॉर सम रीजन.
हाँ, लेकिन क्या करूं बताइए आप.
नीचे में एक देखिए, स्क्रॉल करने का एक छोटा बड़ा है ना नीचे में.
हाँ, वो तो है, छोटा बड़ा है. उसको बड़ा करने से स्क्रीन कट जा रहा
उसको
है.
छोटा, थोड़ा सा छोटा कीजिए.
ठीक है, छोटा कर दिया.
अब फुल स्क्रीन कीजिए. हाँ, अब ठीक है.
अभी ठीक है.
हाँ, बिल्कुल सही है.
अच्छा, बिल्कुल. ओके, गुड. ओके, now we are going to start on this topic, knowing the self. And you may guess by the name itself that we are just going to talk something about our own self, and we are not going to be limited to own self only, but we want to see in the entire existence where we stand, what is our role, and what we really need to do in life so that we have a fulfilling experience in our life. Okay, so let me tell you, we are just going to start a small journey today. Now, maybe 1 hour, 1.5 hour, 2 hours or so. In this journey, I would have interest, I would have inclination that I will take you towards your own self, towards your own within. This is what my interest is. And let me tell you one thing, we are not going to create anything new here. Everything is there inside every one of us. But sometimes what happens is things are not visible. Even if it is there, they are not visible. We can correlate this. We can take the example during the night, under the shadow of the darkness, we see nothing is visible. But in the morning, when sun appears, we find that everything becomes visible. It means nothing has been created. Only things, light has been shed, and we find that the things have become visible. See, my effort is, we have everything, we know everything. Only thing is that during this discussion, I am going to shed some light. This will be my effort. And after that, maybe there are certain things within all of us, and we may not be able to recognize them. Maybe we are able to recognize after the discussion. And you already know many things, not only many things, but all of the things. Okay, so let us go to the first slide. See, I said we are going to talk about knowing the self. On the very broad level, let us understand One human being is basically a combination of body and self. This is a coexistence of body and self. So basically, our focus will be on the self. We are going to talk about the self, but let us distinguish between these two. See, when you talk about body and self, we know the desires we have, the choices we are going to face, the thoughts, the beliefs, the imaginations, whatever we are going to experience in our life, they are all passed through the internal process. And that process, the entity through which all these are going to be passed is the self. When you look at the self, self is basically the seer, the doer, the enjoyer. But on the same side, if you want to look at the body, body is the instrument. We can say we walk, we breathe. So whatever physically we are going to perform the activities, body is the instrument for that. But whatever feeling we are going to have, the feeling is going to reside within the self. See, other thing we will need to understand, self is conscious. This is non-material thing. And self needs happiness. On the contrary, we can understand body is a physiochemical thing. This is a material thing, and body needs physical facilities. This is the very crude and basic difference between body and self. And we will understand where we want to really focus upon. We want to focus upon this self. Now let us understand, we want to look at the science and technology today. See, there is a splendid enhancement in science and technology. This is going on, and for several years, we know that science and technology has gone with a very tremendous speed. Growth in science and technology indicates that the human being is becoming more and more comfortable. Things are created to create the comfort for the man, for the human being. Science and technology has been doing all these, but at the same time, there is a question. Do we feel peace, progress, and harmony inside? This is a serious question. Because one side, we see that there is a tremendous advancement in science and technology. There is a lot of effort to make the human being comfortable. But still we find the result is not the same. We find the result is contrary. Result is contrary, and when you really analyze the result at different levels, we will find when you look at the individual level, we can experience ourselves. We face inner contradictions. We have confusions. We are in dilemma, and many times we are under a lot of stress. These are the problems we face at the individual level. Even though the science and technology is growing at a very fast pace, at the level of society, we experience mistrust is around. War, crimes, corruption, unethical practices, all these are visible in the society. Although let us understand, human being is trying to make life much and much better. All the kinds of comforts, physical facilities, and everything possible, human being is trying to procure, to create, and in spite of all that in the society, mistrust, war, crimes, corruption, unethical practices, they are very prevalent. See, when you look at the nature, the entire existence, you will find global warming is a serious concern for us. Resources are depleting. Climate change has become a global problem today. A lot of pollutions around we can find. The efforts are being made to eliminate all these problems from the mankind, from the human life. Still, the problems are going to not only remain, but they are going to become bigger and bigger. Let us understand where is the problem, where the source, where the cause of the problem lies. See, when you look at all these, you talk about the inner contradiction, you talk about the pollution or anything else if you want to talk about, these are all man-made. See, I would like to ask a question. Is man a human being is created to destroy the humanity? This is not the fact. But still, we find that the way we are progressing, it shows that we are on the verge of destroying the mankind. The whole world, in fact. But how the whole world, I will come slightly later, but let us understand, man has created a lot of problems for the human being, and problems are not limited to this. Today, on the top of this, we find a big pandemic. across the world. When you look at all these, we find there is a loss of harmony at all levels. Levels means we need to have harmony within ourselves. We need to have harmony in the society. श्रीधर जी, हाँ, आवाज हमको लगता है ना कि अभी लोग म्यूट कर लेना अपना माइक तो ठीक रहेगा लगता है, क्योंकि आवाज थोड़ा डिस्टर्ब कर रहा है. हाँ, और
I request all the participants to please mute themselves.
And they are free. Whenever they want, they can just switch it on and they can ask the question if at all they wish. लेकिन अभी म्यूट करना ज़्यादा अच्छा रहेगा.
Okay, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, it is much better now. So, लेकिन अभी पूरा म्यूट हुआ नहीं है, अभी भी आवाज आ रहा है बैकग्राउंड से. But anyway, I'll continue. Okay, so let us understand. When you look the world around, you will find there is a loss of harmony at all levels. You talk within yourself, you talk at the individual level, you find that one individual is not in harmony with oneself. Society is not in harmony, the entire existence is not in harmony. Although all the efforts are there to create harmony, to create comfort, but definitely there is something missing. So my question is, where is the miss? Where we really fail to realize the target, the objective of all the efforts we are trying to make. And this question is not only for the mankind, this question is for the entire existence. Okay, so when we look at the entire existence, we need to identify the role of a human being. So we understand what is the role of a human being. If you want to know, let us start with a very simple question. What is the value of an eye? It should be able to see. What is the value of a pen? It should be able to write. Likewise, when you look at this question, what is the value of a human being? The value of a human being is to participate in the entire existence and play its desired role. These two things we are going to identify slightly later, but we need to identify the value of a human being is to participate in the entire existence and play its role. Okay, so let us understand this is the value and where are we today. When you look at this diagram speaks something. See, when we want to look at the harmony in the existence and the role of a human being, we will find we have to look at this particular diagram. This is a very simple diagram, but describes many good things which we need to really take. We need to understand from this. See, let us say when you talk about the entire existence, we can have the human being, we have the animal kingdom, we have the plant kingdom, and we have the material world. We can have these four classes in the entire existence. See, when you look at the diagram, you will find that the plant kingdom, when we are going to focus, see, this arrow indicates that the plant kingdom is going to give something to the human being. This arrow indicates that the plant kingdom is going to give something to the animal kingdom. And this arrow indicates that the plant kingdom is giving to the material world. Likewise, when you look at anyone, like suppose you want to talk about the animal kingdom, you will find that animal kingdom gives something to the human being, it gives something to the plant kingdom, and it gives something to the material world. When you look at the material world, again, it does the same thing. It is giving to all three. At the same time, it is receiving from all three of them. And each one of them is receiving from all other three. But there is a question here. When you look at the human being, you will find that human being is receiving from the plant kingdom, but hardly giving anything to the plant kingdom. We know that deforestation is the serious problem today across the world. See, when you talk about the animal kingdom, and when you see the human being is taking many things from the animal kingdom. Depending on the animal kingdom, the existence of the human being depends to a very, very large extent on the existence of the animal kingdom. It takes many things from the animal kingdom, but in the contrary, how much it is giving to the animal kingdom, we need to understand this. See, when you look at the material world, you know, forests are depleting, resources are being depleted. And maybe people say that in coming 100 years, the next generation is going to blame us. What did you really leave for us? So the material, we are really depleting the materials from the world. we are not just doing justice to the material world, and we are taking lot many things from the material world. So when you look at this diagram, you will be very clearly, you will be able to understand that in the entire existence, which is consisting of all these three, it is only the human being not doing as desired, because the harmony will remain only when human being also does as desired by the human being. Here we fail. And this is the point of the discussion which I really want to make today. Where we really fail, and if we really want to resume our responsibility as a human being to the entire existence, what are the things we really require to do and how those things can be done? This is the main point I want to discuss today. So basically, you understand the red and dotted lines indicate not sufficient. We are not giving sufficient to plant kingdom, animal kingdom, and the material world, but taking sufficient, the solid lines everywhere indicate sufficient transaction. Now let us understand, when we look at this, there is a very simple question to all of us. Do humans need change? Okay, so any one of you, if you want to say yes or no, it's good. I would really proceed further if I really get at least one or two answers from your side. Do humans need change?
Yes, 100%.
100%. And I believe all of you, maybe more than 100 people, 120 people, I believe most of you really believe that humans have to change. Humans have to change. Because we see the scenario here, we are part of the entire existence. Being a part of the entire existence, as everyone does something desirable, we are not doing exactly the same. Okay, see, nowadays, you know, words are not really visible as they used to be visible in some time back, maybe 20 years, 25 years back. People say this because a lot of mobile communication towers are being installed. See, I do not really say that we should not progress. If we do not really progress, there is no need of looking into the development of the science and technology. Human has to progress, and along with this, the entire existence has to progress. There is no doubt in this, because we depend on the existence, and existence will depends on us because we are the main role player in today's time. We have the most responsibility, and when we are doing this is the way we are doing, we must change. I believe very strongly, I believe human have to change. Okay, but how to? This is the most serious concern for us. Okay, see, let us understand. The first thing is, the starting point is, you have to ask question to yourself. Do I know what I really want in my life? This is the very first question you need to ask yourself. See, we are a part of a rat race. There is no doubt. Everything is progressing. We see world is moving. Everybody is moving very, very fast. There are carriers, there are progress, there are many things in life to see. And keeping our eyes closed, we just run behind. We don't know what we really want to grab in life. We don't know what we really want in life. Most of us, I'm not talking about everyone, but most of us really don't know. We are running just like a rat, but we don't know what for we are running. This really requires a minute of thinking, maybe every day, maybe 5 minutes of thinking every day. What is the real purpose of my life? What I really want to achieve in my life? Most of us have to question ourselves. Do I really know what I really want in my life? See, even this deeper question than this is, this question does not relate to the self, but it crosses the boundary of the self, and we have to talk about the existence now. And the question is, what is the purpose of my existence in this universe? This is another question we need to really ask to ourselves. If we are able to identify to some extent the purpose of our existence in this entire universe, maybe the very natural question, the very next natural question is going to come in our mind, and we have to really think about this. What is my potential to contribute to this existence, And what is my role to really play? See, these are really very basic questions we need to ask if we have to understand this. If we understand this, if we agree this, do humans need change? To start change, you understand, change will start from the individual person asking the question, and the question will be, each one of us have to ask these 3 questions. And let us understand the significance of asking question to self. We need to understand, it is not that if I want to ask a question to myself, I'm going to grow in life. Not limited to this. If I want to ask question to myself, it is going to do something good and fruitful for me. It is not limited to this, because the entire existence is based on the coexistence. If I exist, you are going to exist. If you exist, somebody else is going to exist. If the plant kingdom exists, then the human being is going to exist. So basically, when I want to ask question to myself, I'm primarily trying to focus my role in the whole existence and my potential power to contribute to the existence. Let us understand, this contribution is not for the whole existence. This contribution is for the existence of the self as well, because I'm part of that. So let us understand, when we ask ourselves questions, when we want to know ourselves, then we know the world around. This is our prime responsibility, to know ourselves and the world around. But let us understand, this sentence is really not like this, know yourself and the world around. This sentence is basically supposed to be, and it is, but I have not written that way, just to make the simple at first go very clear. I have just written a very simple way, know yourself and the world around. But what I really mean from this sentence is, know yourself and you will know the world around. Meaning is, see, if you want to really know the world around, you need not to look at the world, you have to look at yourself. See, if you want to know somebody else, if A wants to know B, A does not really require to look at B, A has to look at within. A has to look at A only, within A only. When A understands oneself, see, there is no doubt A will understand B as well. Likewise, when you really make it a big canvas, you will understand that if you know yourself, you know the entire existence, you know the entire world. And the most important responsibility of one individual in this world is knowing the self. See, slightly later, I would discuss, if we know the self, what is really going to happen? In what way it is going to really make contribution to the individual, and through the contribution to the individual, it is going to make the contribution to the entire world. The points I will come maybe slightly later, but let us understand, we want to talk about, yes, basically the points are here. The point which I really want to talk about, when you know yourself, it leads to knowing the world around. Not limited to this, but let us understand, once you know yourself, it is going to help. It is going to eliminate beliefs and preconditioning. You know very well, see, when you are going to take some decision in your life, in most of the situations, you find that your decision is going to be influenced by preconditioning. The way you have been brought up, the kind of material you have studied, the kind of environment you have grown up. See, those things are going to precondition your mind. And when you face any situation in life, and if you have to take any decision in life, you understand those preconditionings which are going to create belief in your mind. Those preconditioning, and based on those preconditioning, the elevated beliefs in your mind is going to make you to take decisions. And maybe, let us understand, the perspective of one person will be always limited. There is no doubt. See, we cannot say that this person has a very broad perspective. Can be broad, but it is not the full perspective. Nobody has the full perspective. When you know yourself, and when you understand others also, just by the means of knowing yourself, that means if I speak something to you, you understand the meaning of my speech. And when you know me, when you know yourself, then whatever decision you are going to take, this is going to be a broader decision. See, broaden the perspective. That's what I just wanted to say. I know something about, let us understand one thing, the truth remains the same. It is not having two different things. But when you look at the truth from one perspective, you will see one side of the truth, another person will look at the other part of the truth, and everybody will believe that I only know the truth. But let us understand, we have to broaden the perspective, we have to understand others in order to know the truth. Lead to ethical human conduct. It is so natural. Across the world today, we find unethical practices are becoming more and more prevalent. Why? Reason is just one, not even two. Reason is just one, and the reason is I really do not know myself. Since I do not know myself, I do not know you, and since I do not know either you or me, I do not really know how to really conduct with you, and this leads to unethical conduct, unethical behavior. The reason is that when I do not know myself, I do not know you, I do not know the entire world, that means I know just one thing, and that thing is what is going to really help me to satisfy my ego, my wants, my wants. I just know that thing, and I take all the decision, I conduct that way, and this leads to unethical human conduct. When you know, this is going to be eliminated. See, find harmony within and with others. See, one or two slides before I said that we do not really find today the harmony exists in the entire existence. See, there is no harmony within a person, there is no harmony in society. If there is a harmony, why there will be corruption? Why there will be terrorism? Why there will be global warming? Why there will be climate change? If we find there is a harmony, we lack harmony, there is no doubt, and only solution is to know yourself. We have to start from knowing ourselves. But see, I'm not just saying that we need to know ourselves, but I will just speak very important things which are going to lead us how really we can know ourselves. Since we are going to really know that, see, become self-organized. See, when you look your routine from morning to evening, you find that there are plenty of things you do not really like the way it is there in front of you, and you are the person who has done this because you're not self-organized. Knowing the self is going to make you self-organized. Become empowered for self-expression. We are in a society, people are depending on me, I am depending on many people, and when we talk about the interdependence, this depends on self-expression. The person should be able to express oneself in a very clear-cut way, in a very right manner, and this is going to lead to a harmony in the society. When you know yourself, it is going to make you more empowered for self-expression. Okay, see, these are the benefits of knowing the self. But one very serious question I'm going to ask, just with the help of the next slide, I'm going to show to you. But before proceeding to that slide, I just want to ask to you, do you really agree that knowing the self will help in all these areas to us? I really want to discuss some points I want to really know your opinion too. Because see, these are my opinions. I have checked the literature, I have gone through a number of papers, I have discussed, presented these things, and finally I concluded that if we know, these are the things going to improve. Anything you want to add or want to question? Okay, see, one request I want to make to all of you, please do not consider that this is one-way transmission. We know this is not a one-way transmission, but at the same time, you know the practical problems. The practical problem is this is not one-to-one, but it is one-to-many communication, you can say. And in one-to-many communication, if all of the participants start saying at the same time, this will create a problem in both way communication. All of us understand, and this is the reason that we don't really like to switch on and talk. I understand, but definitely when I really urge to answer one or two questions, I would really expect one or two answers from your side, not all. It is not simple, I know, because nobody knows who is going to speak. But anyway, one or two can take some initiative and speak. So do you agree that these are the points, or you want to add some more points? I would be happy to know.
Sylvia S. Okay, she has muted. Anybody having any queries, please type your query in the chat box.
Okay, this is good.
If you have any queries regarding this, please
Or
post your question.
any addition also, because
Sir,
see,
one question is there from Murari Singh.
okay,
How can we align our harmony if everything in our society is not in harmony?
yeah, the question is, society is not now in harmony. How we can make it aligned? How we can bring it in harmony? Is it the question?
Yeah.
Murari ji, I would like to say this is the theme of discussion today, because we have realized first we are not in harmony. Society, the entire world, even within ourselves, we are not in harmony. And this is the problem, that even if the science and technology is growing at a very, very fast pace, we are not able to really harness the benefits of that towards making the mankind peaceful and harmonious. This is the serious concern and the question, and my objective is to really discuss this. So I believe during the discussion, you would be able to find something that will be more relevant for us. I believe so. Anything else?
Any more queries, or we'll proceed further?
No, I would really request for at least
one
or
more
two.
question, sir.
Yes, please.
Is
Yes,
from
please.
Ravindra Kerkar. His
Okay.
question is, self-realization is also part of knowing yourself.
Definitely, self-realization is a part of knowing yourself. But self-realization is a part of knowing yourself. Knowing yourself is not a part of self-realization. We need to clarify this. See, knowing yourself includes everything. Knowing yourself includes knowledge about the self, knowledge about the others, and knowledge about the entire existence. But when you want to talk about the self-realization, it takes you deeper inside your own self, and it makes you aware what you are. So self-realization is definitely a part of the self-knowledge, knowing the self, and self-realization does the same thing as the knowledge of self does, but only difference is that this knowledge of the self has a broader perspective, a broader domain.
So one more query from Devi Nair S.
Yes, very good.
Is it easy to eliminate beliefs and preconditions?
It is. It is. See, beliefs and preconditionings, let us understand what is the meaning of this. Preconditioning, we know there is a term preconceived notion. We know prejudices. These are all the terms that give a kind of indication that even if we are not aware about the matter of the fact in true sense, but still we have some idea about this, some opinion about this, and this opinion is based on my previous experience, my previous knowledge, my previous bringing up. It depends on this. And let us understand, world is not made to cater the need of one person. World is made to cater the need of entire everybody. And in that case, if I am going to lead my life based on my preconditioning, that means I'm going to experience the conflict. And conflict is not a situation where the humankind can grow. And what is the belief? See, let us understand, belief is nothing other than one thing here. Belief is basically when we are preconditioned, based on that conditioning, we believe, we create some belief, we develop some belief about that. This is that belief. See, I'm not talking about the belief in oneself, the belief in God. This belief is not that. Because belief in oneself, belief in God, they have a different domain, and they have very, very positive impact in creation of the life. But when you want to talk about eliminating beliefs, this beliefs is based on preconditioning, preconceived notions, and it will not be in harmony with the rest of the world.
The next query is from Venkateshan. What tools are available to understand what are our strengths?
Okay, see, there are many tools, and I'll discuss about something today, maybe towards the end. But let me tell you, before coming to that particular point, let us understand, we can very well identify the tools once we know the purpose. We know the purpose. Purpose is to know yourself. Purpose is to know, to enhance our own knowledge and our own understanding. Once we know that this is the purpose, then very easy for us to identify what tool is going to help me to realize this purpose. So let me tell you one thing very, very clearly in a very simple way. If you want to talk to somebody, what do you need? You need a language. I may use English, Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, Kannada, or any language I can use to talk to the person. But if you want to really talk to yourself, and let me tell you very, very clearly, if you want to know yourself, the one and the only one thing, and the most important thing is you need to talk to yourself. Unless you are able to talk to yourself, you will not know what are your blind spots, what are your boundless potentials, you will not know. What are you in true sense, you will not know. In order to know yourself, you need to talk to yourself. And my question is, what is the language to talk to yourself? See, we understand there is a meditation, there is a silence. There are so many different things. For thousands of years, it is already with the mankind. Unfortunately, people have not paid much attention to those things to realize in day-to-day life. This is another aspect, but let us understand tools and techniques are available for thousands of years to go down within. Once you go down within, you will find what you are. Let us understand one has not to invent oneself. One had to just discover oneself. आपको ये नहीं पता लगाना है कोई नई बात. See, you are not going to find out anything new. What is already lying dormant within you, you are just going to discover that. And to discover that, tools are there. And we'll discuss something about that maybe toward the end also, but tools are there. And tools are, we can understand, once we know the question, we know the purpose, we know what is going to help us, and tools to know ourselves, these are some of the tools. Yes, please.
So would you like to take 2 or more questions, or you are going to
Definitely,
proceed further?
definitely. See, let me tell you, it does not really matter how many slides I cover, but for me, it matters that I should be able to communicate based on two-way communication.
So there is some a question related to the robots. Can the
Okay.
robots have self-realization? Can the robots have self-realization if they have intuitions and emotions in them?
Okay. See, to answer this question, I would like to quote one sentence spoken by the scientist recently died. Okay, the greatest, I would like to say, the scientist of the century. I don't know. Unfortunately, I missed the name. Is missed. Who was the Oxford University? Even recently died. Who wrote the book? But anyway, I don't know how the words are forgotten. But let me tell you, Stephen Hawking. Yes, I am really surprised that the words did not come to my mouth suddenly. But let me tell you, Stephen Hawking has made one sentence. Let us take the meaning of that sentence. He said that if the mankind wants to survive in the future to come, human being must stop working on artificial intelligence. He has said, this is the sentence spoken by the Stephen Hawking. We can make a lot of meaning from this. See, what is really meaning, a very straightforward meaning we can understand. We are giving artificial intelligence to the robots. And the level of intelligence we are able to provide to the robots is much above the level of intelligence of a normal human being. And tomorrow, if we have so many robots around to control, to take care of the activities for the man, to the human being, see, tomorrow robots are going to empower the human being, and there will be a day, he said, there will be a day when the man is going to really finish. Because whatever ability the human being has, they have transferred into the robots, and robots have become more powerful. So let me tell you, even if the robots become powerful, even if the robots are going to be given artificial intelligence, still the self-realization is a thing that is inbuilt as a capability only in the human being. It cannot be transferred. Intelligence can be transferred, but the self-realization cannot be transferred. So even if the robot becomes to the top of the, I would say, invention, discovery, but still the robots will not have the power of self-realization, and this is a unique power given to the human being.
Okay, thank you, sir. Next query is from Subramaniam MS. His query
Okay.
is, unlike Western countries, we have been made dependent since childhood and never allowed to take own decision. Under this, do you agree that becoming self-organized needs a major paradigm shift?
Naturally, not only major paradigm shift, this is the topmost level of the paradigm shift we really require for this. Because you very rightly said that when we are brought up in Indian system, Indian culture, we are really dependent. Even for a small thing, if I want to make a decision, see, I have to depend on somebody. But let me tell you one thing, why it has really happened and what is the solution for this, let us understand. See, we have been under the, yes, you can say we have been ruled many years. Exactly, if you want to know in terms, 755 years we have been ruled by somebody else. See, being ruled is one aspect, but the impact, the very far deep impact of being ruled is really another aspect. Another aspect in a sense that we are ruled and we have really lost the self-respect, dignity, self-pride. And today, we do not really feel that whatever is Indian is the best. If we have we have a problem today in India, we have the solution, we have the potential to find the solution. But the moment we are going to face a problem in the country, people are looking for the solution immediately. The same time, people start looking for the solution to the outside world. What does it really say? It says, see, you do not have really worth, you do not have power, you do not have potential to solve your own problems. See, the world has solution for you. Look at the world. मैं आपसे ये कहना चाहता हूं कि हमारी मिट्टी में जो पौधे जन्मे हैं वही बड़े हो सकते हैं यहाँ पे। दूसरी जगह के पौधों को लाकर यदि हम यहाँ लगाना चाहते हैं तो वो इतने बड़े नहीं हो सकते हैं जैसा हम चाहते हैं। एंड टुडे we are facing the same problem. The problem is we don't believe in ourselves. And let me tell you, if you don't believe in yourself, you have no faith. Will you have faith on your child? Because you will think the same thing. And this is what has progressed throughout. Entire nation is under the shadow of this. And today, since the entire nation is under the shadow of this kind of the mental attitude, and this is the reason that this reflects in our education system as well. But fortunately, I would say there are certain points raised during this National Education Policy 2020, which has just now come into effect. There are certain issues, they have really touched the human potential. And if those are going to be implemented, maybe in future 30 years, 40 years from now, we can see some change. We cannot see a vast change because it has taken hundreds of years to become such. It will not take only 30 years to have a complete paradigm shift. There will be some time, more time will be required. But let me tell you one thing is very important for us to understand. देखिए, जिस पेड़ का आम हम खाते हैं, क्या वो पेड़ हम ही ने लगाए थे? पेड़ हमारे किसी forefather ने लगाया था, and we are enjoying the fruit of that mango tree. Forefather did not think that the plant I am putting today, I should get the result, I should get the fruit of this plant in my lifetime only. They did not really think. The problem today is we have started thinking, if I am putting a seed today, I should see the fruit of this in my lifetime. अगर ऐसा भगत सिंह ने सोचा होता, अगर सुखदेव ने सोचा होता, और जिन लोगों ने हमारे देश के लिए कुर्बानी दी है, उन लोगों ने सोचा होता कि मेरे सामने ही देश को आजादी मिल जाए, तो क्या वो कभी कुर्बान हो सकते थे? कभी नहीं होते। I just want to make a point. Point is, I must start some very good initiative looking into a very far deeper future, and let us have patience and let us not worry that I should get the result. Throughout the life, I must pursue to make it flourish. And tomorrow, maybe it will take 100 years or 200 years, we will find the India is not the same as we see the India today. There is no doubt in this.
So another query from Manoj Kumar Datta.
Yes.
How to self-motivate in the world of rejection?
See, let us understand, in the world of rejection, we need to first understand what is the rejection. And Once you understand what is the rejection, you will be able to, you remain self-motivated, because you know that this rejection to me is not by the kind of a person I am. Somebody has rejected who has a different kind of the mental attitude, different kind of the bringing up, different kind of the understanding. And let me tell you, two people in this world is not the same. Any two people in this world is not the same. Even two sand particles across the whole world is not the same. Then how two people can be same? See, why we get frustrated today is because we compare ourselves with somebody else. When we compare ourselves with somebody else, we find that either we are low or we are high. But let us understand, this is not the thing. You are sent on this world. You are sent in this world with some unique potential, some unique possibilities. And two people in this world are going to contribute the world in a very different way. And the biggest thing and the most important duty of any individual in this world is to identify your talent within. You make use of the talent to contribute to the world, and you will never have a feeling of rejection anytime anymore. See, I am rejected for a job. See, I am rejected for that person in my friendship. See, let me tell you, these are very, very small things in front of the real talent you have and the desire you have to make the contribution. So the kind of rejection, I think the feeling is very, very surface level. And it can be simply, this rejection can be simply rejected. Yes, please.
So no other queries, you can proceed.
Okay, thank you so much. But I really like that we had some discussion, because ultimate motive is that we should find a venue for discussion. Okay, see, let me tell you, when we know ourselves, when you know yourself, you know me. When you know me, you know somebody else, and likewise, you know the entire universe, entire world, you know. And when you know, these are the things we are going to have. But let me ask a question, a very, very serious and a very simple question to you. Have a look, just watch this, okay, and try to analyze yourself. Where are you? What is this? I will explain slightly later. But maybe I would like to discuss, I would like to request you to have a look for maybe 1 or 2 minutes on this, and try to make yourself, try to make the meaning yourself. What does it really want to say? But the ultimate question is already written here. Where are you now? Yeah, I would like to listen something from any one of you. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Sir, could you please repeat once again that question?
Yes, see, the question is written at the end. Where are you? But this question is based on this diagram, and related to this diagram, my question is, what do you make out of this diagram? What do you think this diagram is talking about?
Sir, it is something to do with the evolution of a person from within.
Okay, good. This is your opinion. Yes, I would like to seek at least one more opinion, and then I would like to explain about this diagram. This is very fundamental to us. Good for sharing. Somebody else, please.
Somebody has a query that
Yes.
what is the importance of money in life?
Okay, so importance of money in life. Okay, let me tell you. This is not related to this diagram. I believe this is related to the previous diagram. But anyway, let me give you the answer to this question. See, money in life is important. There is no doubt. Because slightly later, I would like to discuss one thing where we find, not slightly later, I have already discussed one thing. See, previously, maybe in the second slide, when you really want to talk about a human being is coexistence of self and body. Self needs happiness and body needs physical facilities. And once this is a coexistence, that means one human being needs both of them. One human being needs to have the physical facilities and at the same time needs to have the happiness. When you want to procure the physical facilities, you need to have money in this world. If you don't have money, see, if you don't have money, procuring the physical facilities is not possible. And if you want to really find out happiness for self in something else, in the absence of complete physical facilities, see, we are not talking about the coexistence of body and self. It means money is important in life to fulfill one part of the physical facilities, and this is one part of the human being, and this part is the body. Okay, but let us understand there are two terms we need to very clearly understand. One is wealth and one is prosperity. See, wealth is related to the body, the physical facilities, and prosperity is not related to the physical facilities. This is related to the self. See, you can have 1 lakh rupees and you may feel prosperous. You can have 10 crores of rupees and still you may not feel prosperous. So let us understand money is needed, there is no doubt, but at the same time, we need to have a feeling of happiness and prosperity. This is important. Now, you can say, what is the limit for having money? See, limit for having money cannot be fixed for anybody, cannot be fixed, but it depends on everyone's self-understanding that, okay, this is the amount of money if I am able to acquire in my life, then all my decisions in life is not going to focus on acquiring more and more money, but I'm going to focus on something more important which is given to me, I'm bestowed with. I'm going to focus on those things because I have enough physical facilities to sustain my life. I do not really need more money, but I need to exploit my talent, my abilities for that. Definitely, money is important to live a life. Yes? Hello?
No more queries, sir.
Okay. Okay. So should I explain this or should I wait for one more answer from somebody?
Somebody has mentioned that in search of peace, in search of thanking to what we have.
Okay. See, this is good. All the answers, 2 answers I have received, all the good answers are relevant and good. But I would like to give my own explanation to this diagram. See, on the left side, when you look at, you find there are 3 terms. Those are used to describe this diagram. When you look at the yellow color, the center of this, we call this core. In between this blue color, we call this mantle, and outside we have the crust. These 3 terms, and these 3 terms are relevant to the terms we want to describe about the structure of the earth. See, in the earth, on the surface, we find it is known as crust. In between is the mantle, and in the core, and exactly at the center, a very, very dense, is the core. This is the structure of the earth. Now, why I have chosen this diagram? Because I just want to make one sentence that is very much important for us to understand. You talk about the structure everywhere. In the whole universe, you find the structure is the same. How? देखिए, अथर्ववेद में एक वाक्य कहा गया है, उसके आधार पे जो सेंटेंस है वो ये है, see, either you talk about the structure of an atom or you talk about the structure of the whole universe, you will find the structure is the same. There is no difference in the structure. And in between, if you want to find out the structure of anything else, you will find the structure remains the same. What are the salient features of these 2 structures? Let us understand. See, in the atom, we know there is a nucleus, and around this, the electrons are making revolution around this, revolving around the nucleus. We know this, and the gaps are there in between. From atom, the position of an atom and the position of the nucleus, there is a vast gap, a very, very vast amount of the gap. When you talk about the size of the atom and when you want to talk about the size of the gap inside one atom, it is going to be more than 10 to the power 10 times more. So when you really want to talk about the structure of the whole universe, the structure is the same. Because you find there are stars, and stars are revolving around certain galaxy of the stars. And when you just come down to the level of one level below, you will say sun is a star, and around the sun, planets are making revolution. And around the planet, some satellites are making revolution. We understand the structure is the same as the structure is there in the atom. And what is the similarity? The similarity is, as we find there is a gap inside the atom, likewise there is a gap, vast amount of gap in the structure of the universe. See, to understand this, see, we have understood this. Now I want to come to this diagram. When you look at this diagram, the left part of this diagram describes about the structure of the earth. Earth has a core, it has a mantle, and it is a crust. Exactly the same way one human being has got its own structure. Let us take the example of a teacher. Most of us are teachers. Okay, let us take the example of a teacher. If you want to talk about the core of a teacher, it is your real self. You are a human being. You need to know yourself. This is the core. See, one teacher can be different from the other teacher, but irrespective of any teacher, everyone has a real self. Everyone has a core. And when you want to talk about the decorations, see, today you may have professor, you may be professor, associate professor, assistant professor, you may be a director, vice chancellor, head of the department, whatever you are, this is all the decorations. So when you live a life of a teacher, this side on the outer surface, decorations are there, and this can be identified with the name of the post you are going to hold. And on the other side, in the deeper side, your real self is there. Very important thing I want to really say. The thing is, for sustenance of the everything here, the strength of the core is important. If the core is really not very strong, you will find, see, if your real self is not really very strong, being a teacher, you are not very strong, and being any post holding to justify your performance as a teacher, see, this is not going to be strong. For everything to be strong, your real self has to be strong. And let me tell you, we have to devote some time to make stronger our real self. Else, see, whatever post we are going to hold, whatever responsibility we are assigned to, we will not be able to make justice to this. And let me tell you why this diagram is in relation to the entire existence. Because, see, I said that in order to know the entire existence, this is important to know yourself. It simply means that whatever position you are in, whatever place you are at, you need to identify yourself, you need to know yourself. So very specifically, for example, of a teacher, we need to understand our real self. And once you know the real self, that means you know yourself. And once you know yourself, you start knowing the world around. Now, my question is, again, here, exactly at the bottom, where are you now? This is a serious thing we need to really evaluate. Okay, somebody, I would like to really get answer from somebody. When you look at this diagram, when you know the structure of your own self, and when you identify your structure is not different from any structure of this whole universe, you talk about a small thing or a big thing, it is not different. And when you know the structure and you know the importance of the core, now my question is, where are you? I would like to really listen some answer from your side, some participation from your side.
Somebody saying at core, somebody saying the real.
Yes. Okay, good. See, ultimately, we have to connect ourselves to the core. Ultimately, we have to connect. And when we are connected to the core, when we are stronger in core, that means we are a stronger teacher, we are stronger at any post we hold. Okay, so ultimately, when you look at this diagram, this signifies, let there be anything in your life, let any be responsibility with you, But the most important thing is you need to connect yourself to yourself. Once you connect yourself, once you know yourself, you are going to become stronger. But the question is, when you live 24 hours a day, how much time really you very purposefully devote to know your real self, to make your real self stronger? See, this is a question to us. I do not say we do not devote any time, but I would say by my own personal experience and the experience I gained from some people surrounding me, we really neglect this part, we really neglect. Because very specifically, we do not really take out any amount of time or any amount of effort to really make it stronger. Purposefully, we do not really do, but our routine is such, our life is such that it also becomes stronger. But we do not really devote very purposefully. And I would like to say, if you want to have a fulfilling life, if one wants to have a fulfilling life, see, the most important thing is we must have the stronger core. Means we must know ourselves, and we must know, and knowing ourselves is not a very natural process. See, this requires some deliberate effort in day-to-day life. Okay, now let us understand, once you know yourself, you will realize see, you will realize human is bestowed with lot many unique attributes. Those are not given to the animal kingdom, of course, not to the plant kingdom or not to the material world. But let me tell you, the closest participant, the closest contestant is the animal world. And let me tell you, there are certain attributes which are given to the human being, which are given to the human being, are not given to the animal, not given to the animals. Okay. And what is important for us, that we must make use of those things to become a unique contributor in the entire existence. So let me tell you, if we are able to identify those things, this requires a kind of a transformation from the human consciousness, from the animal consciousness to the human consciousness. And what does it really mean? Let us understand with the help of this diagram. See, when you are limited to your worldly affairs, when you are limited to the external duties, what you are really assigned, and fulfilling those things, let me tell you, you are not going to go deeper within. And for transformation, you must get inside. And what is the transformation? Let us understand when you look at this diagram. Okay, let us look at this diagram. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, sure, sir. Continue, sir.
Okay. So let
Yes,
us,
sir.
yes, okay, good. See, let us look at this diagram. What this diagram says, see, we need not to remain at the level of the animal being. We have to range ourselves from the level of the animal being to the human being. This is the transformation. And what this transformation indicates, let us understand. And we need to know where we really stand today and what we really need to make transformation within ourselves. Okay. So when you look at the animal consciousness, it is limited to the physical needs. But for human consciousness, we are not limited to the physical needs. Physical needs are an important ingredient of the human consciousness, but it is not everything, as it is everything for the animal consciousness. We have many more things in addition to that. One is concerned with the entire existence. See, if an animal does not really have any concern for the entire existence, but it becomes an integral part of the existence and it contributes. Knowingly or unknowingly, mostly unknowingly, they contribute, and we are part of the existence. We also are desired to contribute, and for this there is a difference. See, animals need not to have concern for the entire existence, but human beings need to have concern with the entire existence. This is the difference, first thing. Secondly, see, right understanding, it simply means that whatever situation we are facing to, We need to be able to clearly analyze and understand the situation in very, very right perspective. See, right understanding is not a part of the animal consciousness. This is an essential ingredient for the human consciousness. See, fulfilling relationship, we can understand. See, all these terms are very, very self-explanatory. We all know. But anyway, fulfilling relationship, human beings are having a fulfilling life only when, as you said, rejection. See, not rejected. You are not rejected because you are such. You are coming up with the expectation, what is desired out of you, and you feel that I am a person who has some esteem in this world. Such is the fulfilling relationship, and this is a part of the human consciousness. If you are concentrated only to realization for the self, this will never lead to fulfilling relationship, and this is one of the very important aspects of the human consciousness. See, animals can take birth and die, and whole life they may not have any purpose, they may not have any meaning for life, they simply live a life. For human being, we need to have purpose in life, we need to have activities that mean something, we need to have meaning in life. So basically, we are not supposed to be limited to physical needs, but these are the different things on the top of the physical needs. When you make encompass everything together, this is going to lead to the human consciousness, and limited to this is the animal consciousness. And the most important duty to us, after we ask question to ourselves, after we realize that knowing ourselves is very important to contribute to the world, the very next step and most important thing is we must transform our animal consciousness to the human consciousness. See, we are most of the time throughout the life, we remain at the level of animal consciousness because we are not coming up above the level of the greed, jealousy. Only for the self, we are not able to come up in most of the time throughout our life. So we have to come up with that situation. This is the transformation, and we have to transform ourselves from animal consciousness to the human consciousness. But let us understand how it is really. Is it really possible, or it is just a kind of a theoretical concept that we need to transform ourselves? See, there are certain things we find they are very good in theory. They look really very, very nice in theory, very attractive, very lucrative, but when you want to really put them in practice, they simply fail. There are situations like this, there are concepts like this. See, my question is, do you find we face the same situation? Yeah, it looks very nice that we have to transform ourselves from the animal consciousness to human consciousness. Okay, is it really possible? See, I would really like to know some answer from you.
Anybody want to answer?
Yes, I am waiting for some answer from you.
They are telling yes, possible.
Okay, good. Yes, possible. Okay, very nice. We have belief. Let me tell you, this belief is not the same belief that is based on preconditioning. This is a different kind of a belief. Okay, so we have believed that it is possible to raise ourselves from the animal consciousness to the human consciousness. But just knowing this and having belief on this is not enough for us to know today. We need to really know how it is really possible and why it is possible. We need to understand. Okay, so for this consciousness transformation, we need to at least know what is this difference in animal and human. We need to know this. If there is a difference in animal and human, then definitely there is a difference in the animal consciousness and human consciousness. If there is a difference in the animal consciousness and human consciousness, then there is a possibility, because the human being is evolved animal. So there is a possibility that from animal consciousness to we can evolve to the human consciousness. It is possible. So we need to know what is the difference. And this is going to give us confidence. Yes, it is possible that we can raise ourselves from the animal consciousness to human consciousness, and the difference is like this. Are you aware of this diagram? You know this, you recognize this?
So they are mentioning yes, they have
Yes.
recognized
Okay, what is this?
dinosaur.
Okay, this is the skeleton of the dinosaur. Let me put few words related to this. Okay, see, if you might have read some books, then you may be aware that the dinosaurs appeared on this territory 240 million years back, means 24 crore years back on this earth. And they survived for almost 16.5 crore years. And they were distinguished in 65 million years back. Okay, see, we know about this history. But why I really want to talk about the history is because we are talking about a long back. And I want to say that even then, when you talk about, and this was the most, they were ruling the world. Like today, the human being has most power today in all the animals existing on this earth. Dinosaurs means it is not indication of just one kind of the species, one kind of the animal. I would say this indicated the entire various range of the animals. Okay, dinosaurs. Okay, so let me tell you, dinosaurs were ruling the world at that particular time, and you are aware. See, you know that dinosaurs, some of the dinosaurs were very large in size, and some of the dinosaurs were very small in size. And maybe you are aware the largest size of the dinosaur has a length of almost 40 meters and height of 18 meters, such a big size. Okay, dinosaurs who ruled the world for so many different, very high length of the years. Okay, but they extincted. Okay, but let me tell you, people do not agree that the dinosaurs have completely extincted from the existence, because the birds and crocodiles are considered to be the ancestors of it. They are considered to be the ancestors of this. But let me tell you, the most important point which I really want to make here is that even the dinosaurs once ruled the world very long ago. They have the energy orientation like this. That means the level of energy found in dinosaurs was horizontal. Either you talk about the mental structure, you talk about the level at the back, or you talk about any part of the body, you will find that the level of energy cannot go higher than this. It is going to remain exactly at the same level. Okay, let us take another example. This is a very old example of a very old creature. Let us take the example of a creature today. See, when you talk about the tiger, why I have taken the example of the tiger is, as the dinosaurs ruled the world once, tigers are considered to be very powerful animal today, even much stronger and powerful than the lions, we know. Okay, see, when you talk about the tigers, they also have the level of orientation like this, same level. Okay, but let us talk about the human being. And here we are able to identify the difference in the animal and the human being, and the possibility whether we can raise ourselves from the animal consciousness to the human consciousness or not. The possibility is going to be reflected with the help of this diagram. See, when you look at this, this is the energy orientation of the human being. See, when you look at this, you talk about any significant part of the body, you will find that all of them are going to remain exactly the same level of energy orientation. But when you talk about the human being, you find that, see, a stomach is at different level. See, this is a different level, this is a different level. So basically, human being has the energy orientation which is not horizontal, this is vertical. And this is the biggest difference we can identify in the animal being and human being, and this gives us the faith. This indicates the possibility of the transformation from the animal to the human, from the animal consciousness to the human consciousness. But how? Let us understand. See, we have identified see, we have identified there is a difference in the orientation of the energy level. But how this difference is going to impact a one human being, we need to understand. For understanding this, I am going to take you to the next slide. Okay, the next slide is this. Okay, see, we understand the energy level is like this in a human being. That means if today you have the energy level at the level of your stomach, there is a possibility that you can raise this to the level of your chest, you can raise this to the level of your mind, and even at the top of your head, there is a possibility. But when you talk about this, maybe your energy level, the energy level of the tiger is at the level of the stomach. If it wants to rage, see, it's horizontal, its direction will change, but its level is not going to become elevated. This is the difference we need to understand. And this difference brings a possibility for the transformation. And what is this possibility? Let us understand. See, this is a very crude diagram. This diagram can be slightly finer. I will discuss slightly later, but this is a very crude diagram. Let us understand. When you talk the level of energy inside one human being, when you talk about the level of energy at the level of the stomach, see, there are two different directions of that energy level. Either this will lead you towards the creativity, or this is going to lead towards the worldly affairs, towards the lust or the creativity. See, you have the level of energy, you have the energy at the level of your stomach, and this energy can be utilized either this way or this way. And let us understand, you are very much sure, and you have the experience also, when you are allured while the worldly activities, it is really difficult for you to remain creative. They are contrary to each other. Once you are creative, you have to compromise with this. Once you are going in this direction, you find you have to compromise with the creativity. But let us understand, this is the impact and the direction of the level of energy at the level of the stomach. But human being is bestowed, is given a unique capability that you can raise the level of your energy. If it is at the level of your stomach, there are possibilities. As you discussed previously, there was a question. Are there tools to enhance the knowledge about ourselves? Yes, there are tools. And this has the same tool, I would like to say. But I'll discuss slightly more detail. Okay, so when you are at the level of the stomach, your energy is at the level of the stomach, you can raise. There are varieties of ways of raising this. We are not discussing those ways today, but you can raise the level of energy and you can bring it to the level of your heart. You can bring it to the level of your heart. When the energy comes to this level, again, it is going to have two different forms. Either your heart is going to be filled with love, or it is going to be filled with hatred. When you have hatred for somebody, you cannot have at the same time love for the same person, or the vice versa is also true. If you want to raise the level of your energy from the level of your heart, you can bring it to the next level of energy, and this is at the level of your mind. When the energy comes at the level of your mind, again, you will find there are two different directions. One is the anger, and another one is, basically, I did not really find one very appropriate and suitable word for Vivek. And this is the reason that I have written the same Hindi term here to describe. And again, for this also, I have used the same Hindi term. Basically, these are not Hindi terms. They are the Sanskrit terms, and Hindi and many other languages in India have adopted these terms. So let me tell you, it is when energy is there at the level of the mind, it is going to be manifested either in terms of anger, or it is going to be manifested in terms of Vivek. Vivek is basically understanding of right and wrong. And not only understanding of right and wrong, once you understand what is right and what is wrong, choosing the path of righteous action is Vivek, is guided by the Vivek. So now let us understand, up to this, the energy is going to be manifested in two different directions at every level. And as I said, there is a possibility, if you find that your energy is at the level of the stomach, and bring it to the level of your chest, your heart, you can bring it to the level of your mind. This is possible. Tools are there. We need to practice, we need to understand and practice. But let us understand, still there is a possibility that you can raise the level of your energy. See, this energy is inside you. It is you who has to raise the level of this energy. Once you want to raise the level of your energy from the level of your mind, it is going to go to the topmost level. And this is, you can say, at the center of your head. I would say when your energy is going to, but center of the head is not the exact term. I would use a proper and exact term, maybe slightly later, and you will realize that term is very important for us to know. So when you are going to further raise the level of your energy, you will find this is going to lead. See, it is going to lose its duality. Now it does not go in two directions, it's just going to go into one direction. And this is known as Satchidanand. But what is Satchidanand? Let us understand. See, yes.
Excuse me, Sanjay Kumar जी.
हाँ.
11 बज गए, इनका नेक्स्ट सेक्शन 11:15 में है.
ओ अच्छा, 11 मुझे लगा 11:30 था. एनीवे, नो प्रॉब्लम.
वो 11:15 में है, वो शुरू होते तो 11:20 11:30 हो जाता है. सो इनको थोड़ा 5-10 मिनट का थोड़ा ब्रेक भी चाहिए होगा ना, तो 5 मिनट में देखिए वाइंड अप होता है तो
5 मिनट में मैं वाइंड अप कर दूंगा. एक्चुअली मेरे से ये मिस्टेक हो गया कि मैंने 11:30 समझ लिया था, पता नहीं कैसे.
नहीं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. ओके,
नो प्रॉब्लम. आई विल फिनिश इन 5 minutes. देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम. ओके, see, let us understand, when we are able to further raise the level of our energy, we come to this state. This is known as Satchidanand. It simply means that, see, you are not affected by any negative things in life. You are not affected by any positive things in life. जैसे भगवत गीता में कहा गया है, एक शब्द है, that is स्थित प्रज्ञ. You are not moved by any negative, any positive. You remain static in all the situations. So when you raise the level of energy, you are going to come to this. See, let me tell you, when you want to correlate this, then we come to this. You are aware of the term various chakras we have. See, these are the Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipur, Anahat, Vishuddhi Chakra, Agya Chakra, and Sahasrara. So that means whatever level of energy we have, we are going to raise the level of energy to the level of the head. And here we have the Sahasrara. So I'm not going to discuss in much detail, but I wanted to really discuss that these are not the simple terms. They are not in science, they are not against the science. When we see in science, there are various glands starting from the gonads until the pituitary. You will find that every chakra has got some resemblance with that, and the functions of every chakra is going to be resembling with the functions of every gland. Anyway, see, this is the way Kundalini Jagran hai. There are mechanisms we can raise the level of energy from here to the top. See, I would like to say in a practical ground, if you want to really raise yourself, let us take the example of a flight. See, it has to always go like this, and the balance is lift is going to take it upper side, and weight is going to bring it to the lower side. Thrust is going to take it further, and drag is going to take it behind. So a balance is important for a flight. So we need to do this analysis in order to make a balanced life. Okay, see, this is what I really wanted to share with you, and after that I wanted to take you to almost 20 minutes of guided meditation, but maybe we will find some other opportunity. I just want to say here is that if you find a smaller plant like a grass, you find that the root is very small. For a bigger plant, the root is bigger. For a tree, the root is much bigger. It simply means that you have to look at the root. You have to look within yourself. You don't have to look outside world. For growing, for gaining height, you have to just look within yourself. And with this, I just want to finish my presentation, and I will wish if there will be some other opportunity, I would like to discuss many more things with you. And I am really blessed and very, very happy that I could participate in discussion with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sanjay Kumar ji, for your inspirational lecture on human values. And this Kundalini Jagran is something related to this Sahaj Yoga.
Not necessary. See, everybody
because
has
in Sahaj Yoga, they used to teach how to raise the chakras.
Yeah, definitely. See, they also have attempted for this, but there are thousands of organizations they try to do this. Sahaj Yoga is also one of them, and they could be able to make yourself their presence more popular.
Because the Sahaj Yoga is all about self-realization.
Definitely. And the Kundalini Jagran is one of a very good activity for that.
Okay. Now, you might have heard that AICT has made this Sahaj Yoga mandatory now in all the institutes.
I do not really know. But
we have got the circular also.
Okay, but that will be useful for everybody, I believe.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much for being with us. Thank you all the participants. We'll have a break for 10 minutes, then we'll go for next session. Thank you, Sanjay Kumar ji. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, and all the best to all of you.